Guys, I did make a video this morning, but really, garden variety shit. So we got our pedestal mount all welded up nice. Our main hoop is already welded in. We got good welds up here. Our back brace is done. We got good welds here. Everything is tacked in place at this point and standing sturdy. Our floor plates are also all burned in real nice. We caught the brace, and our secondary drive shaft safety loop is right underneath these as well, so that kind of helps it. We got everything in the back. It's tacked in place. Those plates are mounted in real well. So both sides got the pedestal treatment. I got my little work light here. This thing, it's rechargeable. It's badass. I love it. It's like the best $100 I ever spent on a light. But as you can see, we do have our work cut out for us. As far as welding goes, but we did notch the floor a little bit more to be able to get in there with the MIG torch. So it's going to be tight in here to get the gun in there, but we'll be able to do it. And really, like, once everything's welded in, we got aluminum. My buddy picked it up for me. We're going to have to add braces to the back for our aluminum. I think I mentioned that already, but we're going to do the whole rear firewall, and I got 063 thick mill roll aluminum, and then we're gonna do the side panels as well in aluminum, keeping it light. I'm sure we didn't add a whole ton of weight because I cut down a lot of the tubes, and I think the weight on the cage itself was about 120 pounds in its entire form, but we trimmed the rear half, the down tubes, in half pretty much. We took like a foot off of these. I took quite a bit off of these. I took 3 inches out of here. We didn't cut any on the main hoop, but we did box the frame and we did build the pedestals. But overall, I'm pretty happy right now. I'm cleaning it. I'm going to vacuum out all the iron, dust, and stuff out of there. And we're going to go for it and just weld tomorrow. My buddy's going to come by to assist me so that I don't have to jump in and out of the car. If there's any little issues, he can help me. If there's any little flare-ups and fires or anything like that, he can take care of it. But I'm really happy with how I welded in the pads on the rear spring perches. Those welded in really well, considering that area was hard to clean. But I also figured out a problem with the Miller. I know I had mentioned that I was going to have both while I ditched that because I was actually pinching this gas line with a tank. I didn't realize it, so my inconsistent welds was just inconsistent gas flow, which was making it act like it was feeding inconsistently, but the popping was because there was impurities that the weld wasn't being shielded properly. So yeah, we got work to do, but we're gonna get it done. The goal is to have this done by April, and then we can do some testing with the car, and run it going for our season. Now, another thing too is I bought a lot of aluminum. It was too good to pass up. The price was great, and we're gonna end up redoing our panel, but with aluminum, and it's just gonna be better. I actually want to redo a couple things. I did want to buy one of the, I think it's ARC, the 8000 panels with the relay, and that stuff is really nice. I really want to do it so bad, but we just got to get this car out. We got brake lines to do yet. I just ordered the fuel cell. We got enough to keep going for the next 2 weeks pretty much. And the last week is going to be a little bit more cosmetic stuff. For now, it's going to be paint the cage, build the firewall, figure out our panel, because we're going to put new carpet in the car. So I'm going to have to probably end up making something for the rear that's going to look nice. I might go get some carpet samples and just cut my own, just to kind of cover up the rear. But yeah, so we got it going on right now pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with this. Overall, the fitment on everything is really, it's looking good. The kickers, I could have laid them into the corner. I didn't want to do that because it's my first time. I need space to weld, and so the kickers are so the cage don't fold in case of a rollover. And where I have them, it's still good. I figured since the back brace is acting like a support strut side to side, that would be, in my opinion, the best spot for it. Bringing it in closer is fine, but as you can see, the floor is actually angled, and I have everything matched, and that's the location they both fell into perfectly, almost spread apart evenly. You know, it's been quite the journey getting everything to this point. So I hope you guys have enjoyed following along all the pre-work, prep work, the block, you know, the boxing the frame, trimming down the cross member, leveling that up. We still got to make spacers for that as well. You know, we don't have, it's going to be a lot of, hopefully by the end of next week, we'll have all of our minor stuff done, and then like hopefully maybe the firewall done. I do have to cut like the original seat hooks out of the floor as well in the back so that the aluminum can lay down better. I got to take those speakers out of the rear, and then I got to vacuum and blow out this car just really, really well. I can't wait until I can get it on the ground and roll it outside and blow it all out, because there's a whole layer of iron dust on this car, and it is filthy. But we've done a lot of work. So this will be week number 5, and we've been chopping that list down, and I got my little laundry list, and really in the grand scheme of things, what we got left to do isn't a whole lot, but we're going to get it done. You know, we're going to remount our shifter to a more organic location where it's more of I don't have to reach so much. You know, all that stuff matters when you're racing, and I mounted that shifter there years and years and years ago, and I've just been racing it like that. But we're going to prop it up probably about a foot. I'm going to end up reusing that pedestal mount right there. That's actually really nice DOM tubing, and I'm going to end up making, because I want to poke the carpet through it. I mean, I'm going to weld it to the floor, but I don't want to. I need to make the pedestal up top so that I can just remove it if need be. So I'm going to probably make it a pin mount deal, or maybe just tack it in place. If I ever need to remove it, just cut the tack welds. But that's once we get, again, that's not important. I can leave the shifter as is, but we are putting new carpet, and I actually want it to look nice. And despite the fact that we don't have an interior, I do want to cover up the back a little bit. And that area is actually pretty good. I do got one patch to make back there. I got the patches to make in the front. So really, and then, you know, we got our patches for our main entry points for the cage and whatnot. And we got plenty of work to do, but it's manageable at this point. We had some hurdles, obviously, getting sick, losing time. But we're on the mend. We're doing good, and we're on schedule to get this thing going. I can't wait to get this thing on the ground. I'm tired of climbing in and out. But this way, the way we have the car is so that it would be level, and it's level, you know, so that the cage would hold the car square as it needs to be. So as you can tell, we are on the suspension. The car is loaded. It's not, you know, because if you were to put it on the frame, then you got the weight of the engine fighting it and everything, and it'll move. So I figured this way, short of having an actual jig, is better, per se, than, you know, putting the jack stands and the cribs are on the block on the frame. But this is level. My floor is about as level as it's going to get. So, you know, we're within probably a couple of degrees of this all being square. And that is on, you know, the assumption that the car is square, which it's not. It's been in an accident. It's twisted a lot. But, you know, we wanted to have the car loaded up, but we also needed to box the frame, and I wanted to do that all loaded up. So this cage is being welded in as the full weight of the car on it. You know, so nothing is suspended, if you will. But anyway, video's been long enough. Share, like, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram as Copper Cutlass, and we'll see you, ladies, germs, and gremlins, later.